The much talked about merger between Labour Party (LP) and the new Nigerian People's Party (NNPP) might not see the light of the day. On Saturday morning, the presidential candidate of the NNPP, Rabiu Kwankwaso, confirmed that his party was in talks with the Labour Party. Kwankwaso had said, "We are in talks with Peter Obi, and a committee is working to look into how to form a merger between us. The merger is important because, as you can see, both the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) and the opposition People's Democratic Party (PDP) did not pick their running mates from the southeast. However, a merger might be legally impossible between both parties before the 2023 general elections. First, a new party via a merger cannot be formed in time for the election. Inec regulation prohibits the registration of a political party less than a year before an election, but they can collapse their structure to support one another for specific positions, like the presidency." Nicholas Ibekwe, a journalist with Premium Times, told Daily Post. Deji Adeyanju, a popular socio-political commentator based in Abuja, however, said it is clear as to what agreement should be reached between Obi and Kwankwaso. The merger with the Labour Party and the NNPP should have Obi as president and Kwankwaso as VP. That's the only thing that makes sense, Adeyanju tweeted on Saturday. Kwankwaso's NNPP has a large following in the north, while Obi, who is recently defected from the PDP and joined the Labour Party, has endeared himself to a large youth following in the south. On Friday, Obi named former presidential spokesman Doyin Okupe as his running mate. 2023 uncertainty for Peter Obi and Kwankwaso, as INEC rules may hamper LP and NNPP merger. Yeah, very correct. It's really a very short time to merge the party and come up with a new name, and both parties working together. Kwankwaso confirmed that they were in talks, merger talks, that to merge the party, because they've looked at it. APC have brought their strongest candidates, PDP, they've put forward their strongest candidate, and we know that those are the two major political parties in the country. And ahead of the general election, these two parties, they've seen that individually, if they go on their own, it's going to be a tough one for them. Very tough one. And seeing the way politics is being played, that was what was said to Vice President Yemi Osibanjo during his consultation days when he was going around campaigning. He was told that you are not a politician, these guys are politicians, and the sort of politics they play in Nigeria is bullion van versus bullion van. Do you have bullion van to support or to carry out all of these your aspirations and your dreams? And we saw that playing out with the delegates collecting dollars, collecting all sorts. Unbelievable. Even recently, one of the primary committee members spoke that it was VP Osibanjo, Yemi Osibanjo, that actually won the presidency, won the APC presidential election. But because of these delegates started rejecting Bola Tinubu. A report that emerged was that even Vice President Yemi Osibanjo was giving dollar, but not up to Tinubu's one. Tinubu was the highest bidder. However, we know Vice President Yemi Osibanjo spoke to that regard that people who did that without his knowledge, without his knowing. So meaning that that thing really occurred where monies were given to delegates. Well, we already know the game that APC and PDP are playing, and LP and NNPP, they are already watching from a distance, and they are trying to be proactive to know what to do. So they've been putting this on the table. Talks have been going on, but the major thing that will hamper their merger is INEC's rule and regulations that it's too close to the general election. You can't form a new party now. Obviously, the only thing you can do is to for one party to integrate into the other one. If they want to merge, the merger will be maybe it will now be LP, all NNP members join LP, or it will only be NNPP. LP members, they will all join NNPP. But however, Kwankwaso as it stands is from the north. Peter Obi is from the south. We know that the clamor has been for a southern presidency. Even Okowa, that has been adopted as a running mate of the People's Democratic Party, we know he's received a lot of criticism for actually accepting the slot of VP. Before now, the South leaders, they've been singing it that no politician from the South should accept the slot of VP. But I knew that this was coming. I was like, the South leaders, they are saying that when it's time for running mate to be picked, these guys, they will present themselves. Even if they don't present themselves, as soon as they are picked, they will not hesitate. No looking back. That's what has happened. Okowa did not even give it a second thought. He didn't even look back. He didn't look back for 1 minute. So he doesn't even mind what the South leaders are saying. Yesterday, Chief Edwin Clark was really fuming seriously that Okowa is a saboteur. Anyways, the South they've not given up on demanding for a southern president. So it's possible maybe Kwankwaso can look at it that Peter Obi has more support. But however, let's not forget that the North, they are still behind Kwankwaso. All of them are still behind Kwankwaso. So it's now left for them to decide. This one, it's been ruled out that they are going to form a new party, mesh together and give it one name. That has been ruled out. The only option on the table for them right now is for one to step down for the other and the other party supports the other one. But who is going to be making that move? Because both of them, they are very strong in their different regions. Kwankwaso, the Kwankwasia, they are very strong in their region. Even Peter Obi, right now, the youths are really mobilizing, because if you look at all of the politicians, Peter Obi is among the youngest among all of them. I mean, the ones that are emerged, not the ones that campaign. I know there are other young ones. Yaya Bello was quite young, but amongst the ones that have emerged as their party's flag bearer, Peter Obi is among the youngest. So the youth, they are really mobilizing seriously. If you check our social media handle, LP, vote Peter Obi, is getting massive support. But the politics in Nigeria is very dirty. It's a corrupt one. Like I said, it's the highest bidder. Highest bidder wins it all. But Nigerians have been told. Recently, someone shared a post on Facebook warning Nigerians that those of you that are ready to collect 5k and bag of rice to support these so-called leaders, that see, before you make that decision, just take a look. And what the person did, the person just shared the photos of all of these leaders. There was Peter Obi was part of them as well. El-Rufai, Atiku Abubakar, Bola Tinubu, a host of these politicians. Guess what they were doing? They were all abroad during the graduation ceremony of their children. That speaks volume. That tells us that their children don't attend Nigerian university. So even while ASU, they are screaming on top of their voice, it doesn't bother them. Their children are not sitting at home. They are not at home. So this is the system. This is what the politicians and the government, they are doing. They are not doing anything to fix the system. So those who are ready to collect 5,000 or bag of rice just to support any of them, that they should know that this is what is coming for them. Anyway, guys, leave us your own take, and thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe till I come your way again on more updates. Bye.